Klinefelter is an employee-owned science, architecture, and engineering consulting firm providing solutions to meet our world's complex infrastructure and natural resource challenges. Working as a team, our bright people will deliver the right solutions.
The hydrogeology practice deals with all issues in groundwater. Groundwater is water that exists within the earth, and it's a critical natural resource for our society. Klinefelter's hydrogeology practice is cross-disciplinary. It deals with contaminated groundwater, groundwater supply, and construction dewatering. Some of these specific specialties we have are geochemistry, groundwater modeling, aquifer testing, well rehabilitation, contaminant hydrogeology, just to name a few. Well, each aquifer is different, so each problem and solution in hydrogeology tends to be unique, and it requires a unique combination of skills and experience to solve the problem or figure out the aquifer situation. Klinefelter's range of experience and capabilities is most effectively applied through networking and collaboration amongst our practitioners. I think that differentiates Klinefelter from some of our competitors and makes us more effective for our clients. Well, our hydrogeology practice, in conjunction with our other colleagues, was assisting a client that was trying to redevelop a property for commercial use. We came to understand that the property was significantly contaminated with lead due to an 19th century industrial process dated back to the 1840s. The client was faced with a prospect of excavating a significant amount of lead-contaminated soil, in part because it posed a threat to the underlying groundwater. We were able to study the problem and determine and demonstrate that the groundwater would be protected if the lead contamination remained in place but was encapsulated through engineering measures. So ultimately the client was able to redevelop the property, the public was protected, and the groundwater was also protected. The strategic direction of the hydrogeology practice is dependent on supply and demand of groundwater, supply and demand of hydrogeologists, as well as the degree to which our clients and markets either need fresh water or have an obligation to protect groundwater or remediate groundwater. 99% of the Earth's freshwater supply is derived from groundwater, and the United Nations projects that by 2025 that demand could increase by as much as 50%. So, groundwater is a critical resource, and it's in increasing demand and under increasing stress. Not surprisingly, the National Groundwater Association projects that the demand for hydrogeologists will increase in the future. However, the number of hydrogeologists available in the marketplace is projected to decline. If you consider some of that compared to some of our client markets, federal, industrial, water and energy in particular, most of those markets either have a demand for fresh water, including groundwater, or have an obligation to protect it or remediate it. All of those factors taken together positions Klinefelter's hydrogeology practice to be a key player in solving the world's groundwater problems into the future and meeting those client demands. Klinefelter's hydrogeologists are active internally and externally. Externally, we're involved in conferences, industry committees, other professional organizations. We work on industry best practices. We gather the latest information at conferences and present our own research and findings. We're internally networked as well, and as we come across new information and develop new research, we share that amongst ourselves through various networking activities such as our technical and professional training seminar, through our monthly practice conference calls that includes a component where our members share their project work or research, and that usually results in a robust dialogue and more networking and connections within the group. Well, within hydrogeology and with regard to our clients' challenges and issues they face, we're most effective not just as hydrogeologists but as technical professionals as a whole when we collaborate together to provide the client the complete solution. The hydrogeology practice commonly overlaps with professionals who have expertise in site characterization, who have expertise in construction and civil engineering, as well as remediation engineering. And as Klinefelter's third dimension is most effective when we collaborate together to come up with a complete solution for the client.